Welcome in to 5-Day Crypto. My name is Chase, level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today we're going to look at Chainlink on the daily chart. We're going to look at the Gaussian channel, resistance zones, and indicators as well. We're going to see which direction we could potentially be headed next and everything you need to be watching for the next several days. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want more help navigating this market, consider joining our Telegram group, our private Telegram group, and we have a public Telegram group. Both can be linked below. You can find out some more information there. So let's get right to it. Chainlink, Gaussian channel, we're holding the line at the median, right? This is crucial. We need to hold this. If we don't, we're at risk of testing this lower support zone, these swing lows. And it's not a major support zone, as you can tell, not many touch points. The more touch points a zone or a line has, the stronger that level will be. And it's more significant when it does in fact break. So if anything, I would argue the bigger zone and the more impactful zone is our resistance zone that you see above us here, going all the way back to November, right? Early November, couple of touch points in there. Not only that, if you zoom out to the weekly chart briefly, we can go all the way back in history for Chainlink, and this is going back years now. Now we're in 2020, right? So key test points here. Again in July of 2021, again in the bear market of 2022, and again here in 2024 January, right? Once we break this, the floodgates open for Chainlink. So make no mistake, if you see Chainlink price above $19, we're ready to go. However, there are some signs, the potentials that we need maybe a cool off. We do have good macro level news is that the Gaussian channel on the weekly has turned green. So, for the foreseeable future, months, 6 months, 12 months ahead, good things are coming. However, a nice big move up. We need some consolidation, which we're getting. I would love to test the EMA 21, which we see around $12. Maybe that takes a couple more weeks and you can see the trajectory of this maybe is in. Maybe if we delay it till February, a month from now, maybe that zone is coinciding with this 21-week EMA around the $13 mark. That would be great. That's all we need to do. You could think of these retests or throwback levels as refueling zones, right? You don't have to get bearish or give up on whatever coin you're looking at if we get a downwards move, especially after that kind of move. Consolidation, refueling for our next move. Right? And our next move, big time, happens over 19. Let's make that crystal clear. Okay. Now, let's get back to our daily chart and look at potentials, warning signs for the short term. Well, first and foremost, 3 taps in our upper resistance zone, right, with no success. Coming down now to our lowest level just yesterday that we've seen really on the Gaussian channel, right? Even though our swing lows have been lower, the Gaussian channel has not been, right? We have not tested lower than this. And we're holding the line so far, so we're still okay. If we breach this, by definition, we start to become a little bit more bearish. You'll see these candles turn dark red, right? We can go back in the bear market and we'll see all kinds of those, right? You see how these are filled dark red versus when they're bullish, they start turning fluorescent green. Fluorescent red, fluorescent green. I don't think fluorescent red's a real color, so don't quote me on that. If we start to do that, our next swing lows become a higher probability. All you have in crypto is odds, right? You're just trying to increase your odds. That's all you're hoping to do on TA. It doesn't predict anything in the future. All you're trying to do is increase your odds a little bit, right? So that's what we're doing, right? So if we break, $14, likely going to hit around 13. If we break 13, then we got to look below us. Well, what's the next level below us? It's a big one. The 200-day EMA is around the $11 mark. Also, that kind of coincides to our previous kind of consolidation hesitation zone, right? You see this back here? Look at that, right? So all these things together start to kind of tell a story. That's what you want to do in TA. You want to kind of relate everything together. So if we break here, we're likely going here. So that's around, 12 to 1050-ish, right? You see that zone. See all these previous prices, right? This is where you want to look at. Break this, likely go into this. We break this, we shouldn't be breaking that. So we'll address that. We have plenty of time to address this. We make multiple Chainlink videos every week. That's going to continue. So nothing's going to surprise us here, right? We're looking at this, but to the downside, that's all we really need to focus on now. We don't need to look at doom and gloom, worst case scenarios. This probably is the worst case scenario, honestly, right? So $10 roughly or higher for Chainlink for a cool off. That's what we're looking for, right? Barring a black swan event or Bitcoin going to 30K tomorrow, Chainlink should roughly hold this zone, okay? Roughly. All right, now let's go back some of this up with some indicators and look at where we are at. RSI, high, lower high, right? Going down. Prices not really going down, but holding relatively flat. But what do you want to see? You'd obviously want to see prices going up and RSI going up, or prices going down and RSI going down. This is not necessarily a great sign, right? We're losing strength, relative strength index comparative to the rest of the market. That's not great, right? That also breeds why we're potentially testing lower in the Gaussian channel. So if we go cool off, right? If we go down to these $13, $11, $12, whatever, don't panic. That's your time. You should be happy in a bull market. You're buying the dip. That is what that's called, right? This would be the dip. We're trying to prepare you for the dip. So if you missed out on buying a lot of Chainlink, these are the levels you want to start to come back into the market in, right? Trying to put that in perspective that I'm not bearish. In fact, quite the opposite, right? You should be salivating at, foaming at the mouth. Might want to check a doctor on that one. Prices go down, right? You're looking to buy. Nothing else, right? You're not bearish, right? There's not, get the bear market out of your damn head, right? We're looking to accumulate any kind of price drops on any asset, Chainlink included, right? Just trying to give you a heads up on what I'm seeing. And that likely, right, the odds, a little bit more than 50% that we're due for a move downwards. MFI, right? What's the difference between MFI and RSI? I'm glad you asked. The MFI includes volume. RSI does not. RSI is based on the price, right? Stochastic is based on the RSI. RSI is based on the price. MFI is included in that, but it also includes volume. So if you're looking for divergences, MFI is much better tool than RSI. I know a lot of people use RSI. Go back in history, you could see the MFI gave you a little bit more of a warning and was a little bit more sharper, less fake out. Okay, so not only that, there's one even better. It's called the Fisher Transform. It's down here. What do we see there? Still lower highs, even all the way back from October. High, lower high, kind of a double top there, right? Lower high, right? Consistently since October, putting in lower highs. That's not good as well. Fisher Transform is one of my favorite indicators. If I had to just choose one, that would be it. You can read all about it if you want. I would suggest adding it to your chart if you don't have it already. Not only that, the ADX and DI. You can think of the red as bears, the green as bulls, and your momentum as the orange line, right? So you want, obviously, the bulls on top and a lot of momentum, which is where we got our explosive move from $5 to 17 out of Chainlink. That was that move. What are we doing now? The bears just swiped at us, right? Not good, at least for the short term. We're still in a battle. The ADX is low. Really, you want that above 25 to be a stronger signal. If it's under 25, it's like the baby bears or the baby bulls, right? It's like, oh, that's nice, right? We don't really care. The big bulls start and the big bears start around 25 with that orange line. So even though the bears have crossed, it's still like, right? It's just a baby bear coming out of the cave. We're not really concerned with them yet. Let's see if mama shows up. Okay. Watch the ADX. All right. What else we got? Not much else. We got the chart prime indicator down here, signaling a potential reversal down here back in December. And we're seeing, lower lows confirming right there, right? You see that red line, right? So that is a downtrend as well. All these kind of in agreement. At least a short-term cool-off might be in the cards in the not-so-distant future. So if you see this go down, panic not. All right, so if we break out, right, it's 19. That's all we're looking at. Or, we could pick up steam above 17, of course, but really the big breakout happens 19. I don't think that's coming for a good amount of time. Probably a couple, what's a good amount of time, right? That's objective. A couple of months. Right, we're looking at alt season. When is alt season? After Bitcoin dominance is back under 50 at least. After Bitcoin cools off, probably looking at a retest of Bitcoin as well. You want to watch these total market caps, these altcoins, right? This right here, total 3. That's what you want to be watching for. This needs to be blatantly higher than these guys for an alt season. If you want more help, all this stuff, the DXY, market caps, the stock market, requests, join our Patreon group. It's linked below. Much more content on there, a lot more help. Again, like I said, request anything you want. I can help you out. I can help you set up your charts, right? All that stuff is found there. Hopefully we'll see you there. Otherwise, let's get to our quote of the day. Seek the lofty by reading, hearing, seeing great work at some moment every day. Couldn't agree more, right? Always look at up, right? Look up, right? If you want a better house, a better car, right? Put it in your mind. We think in pictures. Speaking of putting it in your mind, how about this? Car of the day. Any guesses? If you said McLaren, you got it. This is the McLaren Elva. This is no windshield. Yes, you didn't. It comes from the factory like that, and it's still like over $2 million. If you want one, you can get one. They're online. You can buy them. $2 million. You got it. No windshield. All right, let's see if I got another picture. I got him as he was backing in there, right? This is the McLaren booth, right? So you can see the guys dressed in McLaren. That's McLaren rep. Not sure who this guy is, but there's the awesome door. Look at that. The seats are epic. They're all carbon. Everything in this is carbon. If you ever get a chance to see one of these up close, study it. This whole thing comes up to if you need more air or a windscreen, right? This is all carbon and it pops up, so it diffuses the air over your head. It's pretty sick. This is the massive rear view mirror right here. This little golf ball speck. I'm not sure how much you're seeing in that, but amazing looking car. Pretty out there. Speaking of top quality work, that's it. McLaren Elva. I'll wrap it up there. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully you found this mildly entertaining and somewhat helpful.